You know, Brenna, yesterday I was at an event. It was 102.
I know, it was so hot.
Okay. Just give me a moment. Just 1 second, because it's Monday, the computer's working slow. Ah, there we go. All right, so we are here and we're not on the record, Brenna, but we will go on the record in a minute. So we're here on Richard Montez. What is this discovery issue? Why are we here for a discovery compliance?
I believe that we've finally, and you can go ahead and speak, Miguel, in regards to this issue, but Mr. Cantu had actually given me.
And what happened was, Judge, one of the CDs we had turned over with information was a medical CD that required a certain password to be able to access the data. Even though I had provided this CD, or I should say Mr. Shimoda had provided the CD to Mr. Cantu, I had not given him the password, so I had to look that up and get it to him. I got it to him last week. He responded with a thumbs up, so I'm assuming that means it worked. But that was it. And you just asked us to come back to make sure that everything else had been resolved.
Okay, great. And actually, I don't know why I didn't read the docket sheet before, but I have May 28th, June 14th, discovery, defendant to obtain passwords. So, all right. So let's go on the record briefly. The court is calling 2018 CR 4785B, State of Texas versus Richard Montez. Can I have a parties announced for the record for the state?
Miguel Nájera, attorney pro tem for the state, joined by Mr. Ishimoto.
All right, and for the defense?
Orlando Castañon for defense. I'm appearing. Oscar Cantu is first chair, and he's not present.
All right. We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
No objections, Judge.
Any objection from the defense?
No objection from defense.
All right, and Mr. Montez, could you unmute yourself, please? Oh, just hold down the space bar. It's the longest key on the keyboard. All right, just hold down. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you Richard Montez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, so we're here for discovery compliance on May 28th. There were some issues with medical records, and it had to do with passwords for the defense to be able to view the medical records. So what is the status, for the record, what is the status of that?
As far as the state judge, we were able to provide a password to defense counsel so they could access medical records on a discovery CD that we had given to them earlier.
All right, in defense, do you have the passwords?
It is my understanding that the password has been tendered. I have also received that, although I personally have not verified whether it worked.
Okay, and state, do you have an indication that it worked?
It works for me, Judge. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I'll give it to them again, however we need to. I'll make sure that they have it.
And if you bear with me, I will verify at this moment.
All right, thank you.
And while we wait, Miguel, as I'm looking at the computer, it looks like Juan Martinez has pled.
That is correct.
So we may be giving them some, I assume they know about the defense knows, but if they don't.
I believe that my understanding is that there was going to be a proffer of evidence by one of the co-defendants. I believe there was previously a proffer by another co-defendant.
And I had forwarded these to Oscar, but I'll give them everything we have, Judge. I think I have already forwarded that to
All
Oscar.
right.
And just to verify that password did work.
All right, thank you. And the plea paperwork, of course, is in the court's file.
Wonderful.
The plea that was entered, also the agreement that was reached in the addendum to the agreement. All right, if, in my understanding, this is going to jury trial, correct?
I believe
That's my
that's,
understanding, Judge.
that is my understanding as well, Judge.
All right, and the medical records you're able to open and view now, I'm assuming those are medical records as they relate to the complainants, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I just wanted to make sure, so that's not new information that would change the state's offer that's been tendered to the defense?
Not on that, Judge. No, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Montez, as I told you then on May 17th, your plea deadline date was extended to May 28th. And on May 28th, your plea deadline date expired. And there have been several plea deadline dates that have been in each of these capital cases. So, Mr. Montez, if you do decide to enter into a plea bargain agreement, the court will not accept it after today. Today, it has to be open to the court. Do you understand, Mr. Montez?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Okay. If there is nothing else, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
can we recall this case so that Oscar can be here and we can, do we already have a jury trial setting for this case or no?
No, ma'am, we don't.
All right, Norma, let's recall this and we can make sure that Oscar is here so everyone can pull out their schedule so we can set this for jury trial.
Okay. When did you want to recall it, Judge?
Are you all able to come back here next week so that we can give you your trial date?
And that should not be a problem, Judge.
Okay, so Norma, you want to call it the beginning of the week?
Yes, ma'am, I can do. In the week of next week.
I do expect to be in a jury trial myself on the 21st in Guadalupe County.
Okay. Do you want to do the second week, Judge? Maybe the 28th? You think you'll be done by then, Orlando?
Yeah, I expect it to last only about 3 days. So, I mean, it could be later part of next week.
Oh, well, can we just recall it on Friday, Norma?
I will also be there on the 24th on another matter.
All right, it'll be by Zoom. Do you think you'll be available on the 25th then?
I do. I prefer if we did it on the 24th, if that's okay with opposing counsel, just for the fact that I'm already set for that day.
Okay. Miguel, are you
right.
available on the 24th? And Ishimoto?
24th works for me. Where did Mr.
Oh, he's at the bottom. I mean, he's in the middle to the side.
Works for me.
Okay.
All right, so we'll come back on June 24th, Mr. Montez. And at that time, we will give you all a jury date.
Y'all
All
want
right.
to be back in the morning or in the afternoon?
I prefer the morning.
The morning? Okay, I'll set it for the morning.
All right, and then Norma, if you could, can you email both the state and the defense what dates we have available so they can start conferring amongst themselves?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so she'll email you the dates that we have available, Mr. Montez. There are specific dates that each felony court is assigned to have jury trials. So we will give you one of those dates, and then your attorneys will be able to discuss amongst themselves. And attorneys, even if you agree on a date, I will still need you back here on June 24th so we can place that on the record. And
Yes,
if
Judge.
everyone is here first on June 24th with a date, I will call you all first at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
And,
Your
and
Honor.
thank you for allowing me to come in late, Judge. That funeral was last minute this morning, and I do appreciate you allowing me to come in for the afternoon. And I'm sorry, Orlando, if you guys were scheduled for the morning.
That's okay.
Oh, no problem.
As you can tell, Judge,
Your Honor, Is there any way I can speak with my attorney after this?
Yes, I'll send you out there. All right, we're going to close the record, and everyone, we're going to stop live stream. This is our last case for the day.